Welcome back to another video of repairing hardware. Today we have a graphics card. It's actually NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Super. I bought it on eBay. The seller said if it's plugged into a PC, it doesn't show a picture and the PC doesn't start. So this is the graphic card. Quite a big thing, heavy. I already looked outside. I cannot see that there's any damage, visual damage for transportation and so on. And yeah, let's have a look together what could be the cause. Therefore, we will first unassemble the cooler. Okay, what we do next is we will measure the power rails on the input side, once on the PCI Express slot and one on the dedicated power supply connectors. And then in the next step we will check the main power rails on the board. There are different ones for the memory, for the V-core, for the 12 volts and so on, 5 volts, 3.3 volts and so on. We will check them in the next step. Okay. Coming to my guide to check graphic cards. It's not complete yet, but it gives an overview. It's actually a screenshot of this particular card. And we will first check the PCI Express slots. Alright, you can see here this to the key notch. The left side is the shorter path. And the B side is above, so as is our card now, this is the B side of the card. Yeah, and here it says, okay, in this particular, let's call cheat sheet, it says, okay, these pins need to be checked either on side A or B, or B and A, or only A, and we will go through this now. Okay, preparing my power meter. We just need to measure impedance. I hope you can see it very well. So I have now the impedance meter on. Let's check it. I should have almost 0 ohm. Okay, that's great. Okay, and with one of them I go to common ground. This can be at the HDMI port. And if we look in the cheat sheet, side B, the first 3 ones are 12 volts and should be having a not 0 ohms or close to 0 ohms. Let's check. First pin. Okay, we have 7 kilo ohms. This is okay. Third pin. We have almost a meg ohm. That's okay. Third pin. Yeah, something several kilo ohms. This is also okay. Then the next pin is the 3.3 volts. It's pin 8. So from right to left, it's the fourth one from left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. And it has 7 kilo ohms. This looks good. Then we have pin 10. This is the 3.3 auxiliary voltage. Okay, it's also on high level. So this looks good. Let's scroll further down. Okay, this is only side A. Okay, then turning around the board. We are now seeing side A. And we will do it again. So putting this on ground, somewhere here on the joystick or something. Best actually to use a crocodile clamp, then you can just add it here and you can only concentrate on your measuring probe. Okay, then let's see. So we have the second pin, this is 12 volts. Let's check. Okay, 7 kilo ohms. You have the third pin, it's also 12 volts. Okay, almost mech ohm. Then we have pin 9, this is the third pin from the left, which is 3.3 volts. Let's check. Okay, 7 kilo ohms, this also looks good. And we have the PAX reset, this is pin 11, this is the very left one. Okay, we're not even measuring in impedance, so this one looks also good. Okay. Moving a little bit down, we have the ref clock. This is actually the PCI Express differential clock, which is on pin 13 and 14. Let's check. So this is 12, this is 13. Okay, 1.5 mech ohm, this looks good. And the next one is 14, also almost 1.5 mech. So from the PCI Express slot side, the graphic card looks good. Next is the external PCI Express 8-pin or 6-pin power supply, which comes directly from your power supply. Therefore, maybe I can add a picture, but normally you have different geometric figures here. The square one representing ground, I don't know how to call it, the other ones are for 12 volts. So we just need to go on to always the opposite. So let's check this one. So if we go like this, okay, it's 0 ohms. It's 7 kilo ohms, this looks good. From there to there, also 7 kilo ohms. This looks also good. From there to there, 7 kilo ohms. From there to there. Okay, this is the same. Okay, 7 kilo ohms. This one should be 0 ohm. I know. It's early, so forgive me. Okay. That looks great. This one. Okay, the same one. This one looks also great, and this one. Perfect. Okay, we also checked the external power connector. This also looks good. Okay, what is done next? Next, we will check the onboard power rails. Also the impedance again. We have, sorry for that. Here we have a little overview of this board in particular. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Not so helpful. So, in general, this is now this GeForce 2070 RTX, but graphic cards are very similar. You always see the same, let's say, setup of different chips. Normally you have here the faces, and they are normally grouped in VMEM. This is for the memory, which normally has a higher voltage. It's above 1 volt and has some ohms of impedance. Then we have the core voltages called V-core. They have always something below 1 volt, also slightly below 1 volt, and they have normally a small, only 0.5 ohms impedance, but this is completely correct. Do not think that this is short, this is completely fine. Then what else do we have? We have the PAX voltage somewhere. In this case, because VMem and vCore are very obvious, you will find them very easily, but PAX voltage, you can either try to find the schematics or board view of this particular card in different internet forums, or Google it. Sometimes it can maybe all be also observed by measuring it, because from okay, then we have the 1.8 volts, we have the 5 volts, we have the 12 volts. So we're gonna check these ones. We could check all of them, but they are more than these. There should be also the 3.3 volts somewhere, but it's just to. I think most important is to check VMem and vCore, because they are the ones which really take power. Okay, then taking my power meter and my multimeter again, going on ground, and we will check first vCore. We have 50 ohms. I think this is okay. Same here. 50 ohms is okay. We go now to vCore. Okay, we have 1.4 ohms. Looks good. That looks good. That looks good. 0.4, 0.3. Okay, we have this also. It's always the contact also of this one here. How good is it to the mass? But it looks good to me. This one is a little bit low, but I think it's also okay. 0.3, 0.5. This all looks good. Then we're gonna check the PAX voltage. Okay, it has 10 ohms. This looks good. Then the 1.8 voltage. It has 1.9 kilo ohm. This also looks good. Then we have this voltage here. 11 kilo ohms. This looks also good. And then we have the 12 volts here. Somewhere around 1 to 2 kilohertz. This also looks good, so no short. Also good. This one also looks good. Okay, from the measurement, the card looks quite good. So I do not expect that we have a short on the card. So in this case, it could be actually plugged into PC without having trouble that the power supply will go on. It will go on. But what we do next is we will first do a visual inspection of the card on the microscope to see if we can detect that any component is burned or looks strange. This is the next thing we will do. And yeah, see you in a minute. Okay. We will now have a look under the microscope. Just see that the microscope is maybe not... Okay, we will now have a look under the microscope. So I have the card here. And let's do our visual inspection of the card. Okay, this looks good. Oh, this doesn't look good. Okay, maybe we found the issue. Okay, as you can see here, we found a burnt cap. I think the cap itself was a problem. It probably produced or formed to a short, and then because of the high power which is on this rail, it directly burned. Okay, then let's remove this resistor here. Capacitor, sorry. Okay. Okay, good. Then the other side. Okay, this is this side. Okay, this side. So, all right, good. Okay, we will also unsolder this one for the measurement. So, okay. well, we can measure the capacitance while it's cooling down. So I'm getting my capacitance meter here. We just connect the probes. So let's start with okay, I have the component here, maybe you can see it. And this time it's more easy to measure it because of its form factor. Okay, 11. So it's 11 microfarad. So I measure it here correctly. 11 microfarad. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's great. So coming back to here. Good, well, okay. Okay, here we can see that it's burnt. And you can see that parts of the PCB is still visible here on the okay, what we're gonna check is we can see that that this pad belongs probably to this rail here, to this rail, and this pad to this rail. Let's quickly check where we have contact, and okay, let's now measure. Let's first check for contact. Okay, if I go from here to here, okay, I have no contact. I have contact, okay. Then let's also measure the impedance. Okay, the impedance is very good. Okay, then let's check this. Goes probably here, no? Okay, let's check its impedance. Okay, also very good. Good, so we have the connection is still there, so this grid. Here we have some Okay, what we're gonna do, we will put some PCB on there. Okay, here we have it's saying 106. This means 10 with the power of 10 10 times 10 with the power of 6 picofarads, so this should be the one. Okay, what I'm gonna do is now I will assemble the cooling plate again and then try it out. So, okay, first. Okay, coming back. So I added the graphic cards to my test PC. I just organized myself a keyboard and a mouse, and now we are going to start it. Okay, PC goes on. So no shortcut or power failure, but we expect this already. We had the first beep. Let's see if we get another longer beep for the VGA not available. But for the time being, it looks okay. Okay, it now starts some operating system. I actually don't know what's on there. This must be quite old. So let's see what it is doing. Actually, I can't read it. Okay, it's currently looking for some hard drives or solid state drives by the UID, maybe for the swap. But I removed some SSDs out there, so we have to wait until it runs into timeout. Okay, and we're seeing a picture, so I'm logging in as my old user. That's great. Okay, where's my mouse? Okay. Come on, let's quit this. Let's open up the terminal. Maybe we zoom a little bit in. And video. Okay, good, and there we see we have our GeForce RTX 2070 Super. So this fix worked. What we will do next, we will start with a dedicated live USB stick and check if all VRAMs and in general the health of the card. Okay, thank you very much. See you for the next action then.